EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready? Check right 54. Right 54. There.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
14, got it.
Now Drake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
7 yards there and a first down.
56. Let's go down. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson looking deep here for Ebron. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
14.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth, now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
On first down, Wilson. They'll let this go for the end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on second and 10. Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
56.
On first down, Drake. Now Drake loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Nwosu in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. There goes a deep ball, end zone. This is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Tyler Boyd, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 60 outlaw. 6. All day, just like that. You draw quarter.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Throwing on first down. Malone is going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Back to throw. Malone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
To throw on second down. Malone. That one complete to Anderson. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 22.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Steelers' 43-yard line.
Ready? 36 to Mike. Hey, Delta. 61. Matchbox light. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. Mike, 36. Now.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Miles Boykin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there, but the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just within the palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 7-7, our score after 1. Play action. It's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Throwing to start the drive. Malone, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and 1. And the pressure gets to him again. Harold Landry, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Malone is going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 43 yards.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for a loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Rosa's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Wilson. Looking sideline, incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Let's go, D.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because
this is caught inside the 15. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. A huge play there for Denver. 55 yards. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
the coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Steelers' 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Kamara trying again. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, Malone. Open man is Kroon, the tight end. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal.
Watch 36. 36 to go. Push him back. Push him back. Clear.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Stephon Diggs, as the first half is winding down. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Point after, right down the middle. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. On first and 10, Malone. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one good for 37 yards.
Let's get off the field, please. Let's get off.
On first and goal, Drake. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenyon Drake, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
On the run is Connor. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Fielded just inside the 20. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Short pass complete to the tight end Kroom. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. On 4th down, Malone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll run with Drake. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now Wilson. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
How in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Line 36. Line 36. So we got man.
Throwing after the interception. Malone out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
Keep it up. Line 36. Line 36. Yo, go. 36 to Mike. It's outside.
2nd and 2. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Malone to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Ready?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Malone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Malone. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, Charlie. 36 to Mike.
On 4th down, Malone. And this is incomplete.
Let's go, let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield.
Come on, fellas.
He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs them. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. From the gun, Malone. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Got it. One time.
Now it's Wilson. Going deep for Diggs. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On second down, Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On first down, Malone. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Malone. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
Let's go one more.
To throw on third down, Malone. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Malone. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson going deep for Diggs. That's going to be caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, you know, those big defensive linemen, can he get the ball over him? Well, you get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter. No, it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen?
he never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, oh, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there.
Here we go. Watch 30. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now he's going to use his legs. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
36. Blue down. Down.
The first throw now for the backup, Keenan. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Keenan now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Get ready. 60 Pittsburgh. 36.
Throwing on first down. Malone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Orbit. Mike 36. Mike 36. Come to ball.
To throw again. Malone. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. On first and 10, Malone. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing again. Malone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Malone. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily...
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Uchenna Nwosu in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory.
Brings up 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Denver, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.